Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line. Open phones, your chance to call in and comment on the presidential election. I know there are a lot of things on tonight. Game 7 of the World Series, all kinds of stuff. But this is an opportunity for you to call in, voice your opinion 6 days out from the presidential election. A lot of calls, so let's go to Lawrence. Hello, Lawrence.
Hey.
Go right ahead.
I think, if possible, the Tennessee voters are probably not thinking correctly. They should have written in Marsha Blackburn as president. Then we'd have a smart woman, a beautiful woman, and someone the Republicans and Democrats would like and enjoy because she makes good decisions and she's very honest.
But she wouldn't win if everyone just wrote her in.
No, I say start writing her in and get her out there to where the rest of the states could write her in.
All right. Well, a huge Marsha Blackburn supporter. Thank you, Lawrence. Let's go to Harry. Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to comment on Donald Trump there.
All right.
You know, he's supposed to be the one that he's going to put the country back together again. But as you notice through this election, our country is falling back down to racism and all that. It's tearing our country apart. So I voted for Hillary because I know Hillary can help make the country stronger than Donald Trump could. Because Donald Trump, all he wants is money, and all he want to do is tear things apart.
So you voted for Hillary.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go?
Well, I'm hoping that it goes toward Hillary. That's what I'm hoping that it does. Because Donald Trump, if you ever heard the news about Donald Trump and the KKK, they back him up and doing all that, that's going to bring us back to racism again. And that's what Donald Trump going to do to our country. They're going to bring us back to that again, and then when they tear it up, there ain't going to be nothing he can do to fix it. Because he don't know political things to fix nothing back together again, see? That's just like Humpty Dumpty on the wall.
All right, Harry, thank you. Thank you for that. So there we have a Hillary Clinton supporter concerned about some of the racial undertones in the campaign. Let's go to Mary. Hello, Mary.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Good afternoon. Yes, I was just calling because Pastor Fuzz was my pastor. I was like, oh, yeah, I need to weigh in on this right now.
Yes. Good to hear from you.
I'm a great Hillary supporter, and I do think that Donald Trump is headed in a wrong direction. You know, he's let us know from the get-go that he's not supportive of everyone, and not only blacks, but I mean anyone of color. And to the way that things have gone with President Barack Obama and Mrs. Obama and the comments and things that have been made and picture things that have been put out there, it's embarrassing to our country. And, here we have Mrs. Trump, all of Mrs. Trump out. So I just don't think that is good. He's not presidential, and she's certainly not First Lady material. Just my opinion. But I do appreciate being able to call in and say this, and just, everyone that's listening, I truly hope they say Hillary, and we're going with her, because I'm pretty sure that Donald is not going to hold it out to the end if he's made president of the United States. You
don't think so? Okay, yeah, there's some question about what would happen. Would there be impeachment? I mean, I wonder how the country would come together. Really, whoever wins, and Reverend Fuzz was talking about that, how important it is that after next week the country does come together. But that's going to be the big question. Let's go to Jewel. Hello, Jewel. Are you there, Jewel? You may not be there. Yeah, we'll just check on you. Why don't we do this? What I want to do again is hear your comments, which I think are interesting. Respectfully listen to your comments, and then also play some substantive discussion between the candidates that occurred in that third and final presidential debate. Let's go to a clip where they talk about economy and jobs. Again, this is from the third presidential debate when each talks about that subject.
I think when the middle class thrives, America thrives. And so My plan is based on growing the economy, giving middle-class families many more opportunities. I want us to have the biggest jobs program since World War II, jobs in infrastructure and advanced manufacturing. I think we can compete with high-wage countries, and I believe we should. New jobs in clean energy, not only to fight climate change, which is a serious problem, but to create new opportunities and new businesses. I want us to do more to help small business. That's where 2/3 of the new jobs are going to come from. I want us to raise the national minimum wage because people who live in poverty should not, who work full-time should not still be in poverty. And I sure do want to make sure women get equal pay for the work we do. I feel strongly that we have to have an education system that starts with preschool and goes through college. That's why I want more technical education in high schools and in community colleges, real apprenticeships to prepare young people for the jobs of the future. I want to make college debt-free, and for families making less than $125,000, you will not get a tuition bill from a public college or university if the plan that I worked on with Bernie Sanders is enacted. And we're going to work hard to make sure that it is, because we are going to go where the money is. Most of the gains in the last years since the Great Recession have gone to the very top. So we are going to have the wealthy pay their fair share. We're going to have corporations make a contribution greater than they are now to our country. That is a plan that has been analyzed by independent experts, which said that it could produce 10 million new jobs. By contrast, Donald's plan has been analyzed to conclude it might lose 3.5 million jobs. Why? Because his whole plan is to cut taxes, to give the biggest tax breaks ever to the wealthy and to corporations, adding $20 trillion to our debt and causing the kind of dislocation that we have seen before, because it truly will be trickle-down economics on steroids. So the plan I have, I think, will actually produce greater opportunities. The plan he has will cost us jobs and possibly lead to another great recession.
Secretary, thank you. Mr. Trump, why will your plan create more jobs and growth than Secretary Clinton?
Well, first of all, before I start on my plan, her plan is going to raise taxes and even double your taxes. Her tax plan is a disaster, and she can say all she wants about college tuition, and I'm a big proponent. We're going to do a lot of things for college tuition, but the rest of the public's going to be paying for it. We will have a massive, massive tax increase under Hillary Clinton's plan. But I'd like to start off where we left, because when I said Japan and Germany, and I'm not to single them out, but South Korea, these are very rich, powerful countries. Saudi Arabia, nothing but money. We protect Saudi Arabia. Why aren't they paying? She immediately, when she heard this, I questioned it. And I questioned NATO. Why aren't the NATO questioned? Why aren't they paying? Because they weren't paying. Since I did this was a year ago, all of a sudden they're paying. And I've been given a lot of credit for it. All of a sudden they're starting to pay up. They have to pay up. We're protecting people. They have to pay up. And I'm a big fan of NATO, but they have to pay up. She comes out and said, we love our allies. We think our allies are great. Well, it's awfully hard to get them to pay up when you have somebody saying, we think how great they are. We have to tell Japan in a very nice way. We have to tell Germany, all of these countries, South Korea. We have to say, you have to help us out. We have, during his regime, during President Obama's regime, we've doubled our national debt. We're up to $20 trillion. So my plan, we're going to renegotiate trade deals. We're going to have a lot of free trade. We're going to have free trade, more free trade than we have right now. But we have horrible deals. Our jobs are being taken out by the deal that her husband signed, NAFTA, one of the worst deals ever. Our jobs are being sucked out of our economy. You look at all of the places that I just left. You go to Pennsylvania, you go to Ohio, you go to Florida, you go to any of them. You go upstate New York. Our jobs have fled to Mexico and other places. We're bringing our jobs back. I am going to renegotiate NAFTA. And if I can't make a great deal, then we're going to terminate NAFTA and we're going to create new deals. We're going to have trade, but we're going to terminate it. We're going to make a great trade deal. And if we can't, we're going to do it. We're going to go a separate way, because it has been a disaster. We are going to cut taxes massively. We're going to cut business taxes massively. They're going to start hiring people. We're going to bring the $2.5 trillion that's offshore back into the country. We are going to start the engine rolling again, because right now our country is dying at 1% GDP.
Well,
once again, that's from the third presidential debate. You heard from Donald Trump. You heard from Hillary Clinton on the issue of economy and jobs. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Jewel. Hello, Jewel. Are you there? Jewel.
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. Go right ahead.
You mean I can talk now?
Yes, ma'am. You may go right ahead.
Well, I just have a few things to say about Donald Trump.
Okay.
The man got off on the wrong foot, and he's still on the wrong foot. And it's no way. I don't see how the Republicans has let that man get this far. And I voted for Hillary Clinton, and well, according to Donald Trump, we can vote twice. So I think he thinks he's already president, and I think I'll go vote for Hillary again.
I wouldn't advise that.
And you know, that man, all he's fit for is to be in the circus or a carnival. He could never make a president.
All right, very good. So a passionate point of view. And we've heard several now tonight from Hillary Clinton. When we did this last week, it leaned more toward Donald Trump. Tonight, I think we actually have more for Hillary Clinton. And Jewel, thank you for holding on the line. Thank you for your comment. If you want to call, there's a number, 615-737-PLUS, 615-737-7587. We'll take a break, come back with more calls right after this.